Okay, there we go. We're recording. Hello, hello. Cheers, Kevin here. And I recorded this video already. And it was already uploading. I mean, I didn't. This is not an edited video. I'm just talking to you. Um, I started uploading, and then I turned off the lights in here and went to close XSplit, and I just saw this, and I was like, oh man, this is so cool. This is just a little headless me being whatever. Anyway, hi, how are you doing? This is a video specifically just for the 5 of you Patreon supporters. And I have said in the past that I don't ever want to produce kind of exclusive content that's behind any sort of paywall or anything, but I do feel like I owe you guys a little bit of a hi, here's what's up. Because you guys have been supporting me for a long time over a period of me not really producing much. I think I've released a couple of videos this year. I was streaming a fair bit toward the beginning of the year, and that's kind of tapered off as well. Even, blog posts and stuff I was doing toward the beginning of the year, that's kind of tapered off. So what's up with that? Where did I go? Why am I still charging you guys money? And am I coming back? Is this just what's up? So let me address those questions. Where did I go? So I've announced on Twitter a while back, but my fiance and I are expecting, and we're very excited. And we're expecting very, very soon. And that's why I'm like, I should make this video and get it out the door and just like have it off the table and stuff, so I'm just don't have to think about it and worry about it later. That's been the focus of this year. Trying to spend more time together, trying to prepare all of the things for the arrival of a new tiny human, which is really, really cool. Now, obviously, that doesn't take 24 minus sleep minus day job hours of the day, so that doesn't account for me not producing anything, but it has also kicked off a lot of thoughts for me about how much I want to be producing stuff on the internet and how much I need to worry about privacy, because the stakes, okay, so if I do that, then yeah, there we go. So I need it's actually the monitor, the reflection of the monitor is what's lighting my face. So I got to make sure not to, okay, whatever. There are higher stakes in terms of privacy and kind of having a confessional life on the internet that I think I don't know. It's something that it's more important for me to consider. It's weird to me, the idea that if you talk about your upcoming kid on the internet, somewhere there is a data center that has a record about that entity that they will eventually associate with the person. Advertisers are already collecting metadata about this unborn person that 18 years from now, who knows? Who knows how private or public our child wants to live. And it's weird to me this is a big tangent about just sort of user privacy and who owns user data and things like that. But not going to get into that. The gist is just it's forced me to reconsider a fair bit about the type of stuff that I want to be doing and the type of content that I want to produce, as well as like, hey, do I need to focus on things that are not money sinks? Can I afford to be spending lots of time and money on things that are costing me money? I mean, obviously with video stuff, I've invested a lot of money into gear and software and things like that. I certainly haven't made it back. It's been fun, but I've also been able to live pretty irresponsibly because I didn't have people, dependent on me. And that's so a lot of life changes. So that kind of answers the first question of kind of where I've been. Let's see, what was the second? I forget. I should have written this stuff down. But so why have I still been charging you guys? Now, this hasn't been really an active decision on my part. When Alex and I put the Code Monkey podcast on hiatus, I looked through to Patreon and said, is there a way for me to shut this thing down? At the time, I changed that from a monthly subscription to a per creation subscription, and then just didn't post anything so that people wouldn't get charged. It didn't feel like the appropriate thing to do with my personal Patreon, but I haven't been producing enough stuff for me to really feel comfortable soliciting monthly donations, but at the time there was really no option. Now, my understanding now, I've looked at Patreon, and basically I can now, every month, I can pause the page such that it won't charge you, and then it will it automatically unpauses right after the month, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I sort of understand why they do that. They don't want people to just leave frozen things up all the time. So I apologize for not doing that. Some of you had, a couple of you did go through and reduce your contributions or cancel your contributions, and certainly if that seems appropriate right now. And if you want to, contribute zero, I don't know if you can contribute $0, but anyway, my intention going forward for right now is to manually go in once a month and pause the page until something changes and I feel like I'm producing enough content, and I will then send an update to you guys letting you know, hey, I'm planning on not pausing. But again, my whole thing with Patreon is that it's not that I need the money, it's that I think this is a great way to support internet creations, and I want this to be something that I support, and if you want to support me that way, then that's great, and thank you for doing so. And you guys have, and thank you for doing so. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's my intention kind of going forward, because what's happening in the future, I have no idea. I will say there are definitely things that I would like to do. I've been doing some more audio work. I've been trying to dip my toe into some audiobook waters, which has been kind of fun. Mostly doing royalty share stuff and trying to figure out, hey, is this... it's not particularly lucrative, at least as far as it could be that I've chosen bad titles, but it's interesting to see how few sales certain titles can get, or just the variance in quality from title to title has been interesting as well. Anyway, it's something that I've been playing with. I would like to get back to doing some podcast stuff. I'd like to get back to doing some streaming stuff. I'd like to get back to making video stuff, though I think, at least where my mind currently is at, it would be less personal stuff and probably more, like a series on some subject, something more of an edutainment, something more of a produced thing, and not a less vloggy, because I think now I feel the need for more privacy, just because of, it's not a decision that just affects me, it's a decision that affects my family, which I guess has always been true, but it's more so now. But as to whether or not I'm going, whether and when those things would happen, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know how much, if any time, every time I'm going to have. Obviously, everything sort of comes at everything that you do with time sort of comes at the expense of doing other things with that time. And it's interesting to try and balance all of those needs. The focus right now is just is my family. I need to focus on my health as well. Kind of let that go this year. Just haven't been focused on it, haven't been maintaining. Whoops. But it's been a really great year, and we're so excited. And we're really happy. Keep an eye out on Twitter. I'll probably update vaguely. Just because I don't know. I don't know how much I don't know how much we're gonna want to share. It feels kind of weird. But yeah. I just wanted to make this video to say thank you for the support that you've continued to give, even though I really feel like I haven't been producing content that justifies any sort of contribution of that nature, but I appreciate it all the same. And certainly if you want to cancel your contribution or reduce it or whatever, I think you can also pause your contributions, and you may still get the patron updates that way. I don't know. If I get to a point where I will stop pausing it, I will of course let you know. If you want to stick around and just say, oh, whatever. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update and say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for me. And I am gonna get this uploaded, and then yeah. Have a good rest of your week, and I will speak with you at some point in the future. Cheers.